Welcome to the show, Ras-I. There's a lot of Kenyans that are so happy to be listening to you and talking to you. There was a shout out today. Who shouted out at 420?
Steve.
He's called Steve-O. He lives in a place called Meru here in Kenya, and he was like, "Tell Ras-I I say wagwan."
Wagwan. He said
Yeah,
to
man.
say hi
Yes,
to you.
Big him up, man. Big
But-
him up. Give thanks.
But before we just start with the conversation, we talk about the album and thing.
Yeah.
What time do you wake up, really, when you sleep?
Ordinarily.
Yeah.
I get up by between 6:30.
How's like
And
your
then-
routine when you wake up?
What
What
do
you
you
do
do?
first?
When I wake up, after that, drink some tea, give thanks, and I go and work out up until probably 9:30,
Yeah.
and then after that, studio
So workout in terms of you play ball,
Like
you go to the gym.
weights.
in the gym, and then ball is in at the night.
So you're working
Okay.
on from like 7 to 9. Is the plan after
Yeah.
music to be an athlete? This is a lot of exercise.
You have to be strong. You have to fit enough to get to eat. Yeah.
For real. So let me tell you, when I landed in Jamaica, I think we linked up the second day I was in Jamaica. So I never expected to see a tall Bridgin.
You told me he
Yeah.
came out of the car.
Because I thought I was the tallest.
You know?
Because, I was with
Yeah.
Black Hero, I was with Wayne J.
Yeah.
I was with Nico, big shout out to Nico, with Caesar, and Tony. And I was tall. I was among the
You were
tallest
like,
among.
this is the
so I was
life.
like, I'm in Jamaica, I conquer everything. Then when we go link Ras-I during Black Hero's rehearsal, I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, the brother Tolly.
Ras-I, this is how he described it. He was like, Ras-I gets out of the car, but he keeps getting out of the car. Like
Yeah.
there's more and there's more him and there's more and there's more.
So do you get that kind of reaction, from people? Because, say sometimes just people know your music, but they've not met you physical. So that when they see you perform on stage or something like that, do they wonder yo, the brother Tolly? You know what I mean? The dreads are long.
Probably one at a time I've ever got that.
For real?
Yeah.
So it's a
Because normally when I post pictures, people say that I'm
Tall.
I'm really taller than a lot of people.
Yeah.
But the Instagram and the pictures and the Snapchat and the
It's
internet.
not the same.
real
It's
thing,
not
you know?
accurate.
Yeah.
Because of course you can
True
post
that.
probably with somebody and they say, okay, you're taller than them, but there's somebody much more taller than you.
Yes.
In this case, me, I was
Yeah.
like, I thought I was the tallest among the whole crew.
Kumbe.
Only to meet Ras-I and boom. But you have been on our show earlier on when you're putting out Kingman, and this is your third project, if I'm not wrong. When you're putting out second project, when you're putting out Kingman as a single, not the full project.
Yeah.
So
Thing the song, yeah.
so speak to us, about that process up to how you have reached to put out the whole album out.
Yeah, well, after we dropped Kingman thing, we noticed the reception was great.
Yeah.
Because, when I remember Kiki linking me and say she's going to send the song to Heno. But Heno had already played the song the same morning.
Yep.
I said, but me never sent Heno that tune. Because I never knew Heno at the time.
Yeah.
And then even out here, we got crazy airplay, in the streets too. So after that, we were like, all right, so we're on to something.
Yeah.
The sound, it's working. So we could go in some more on this sound, yeah, and, give them some more feel-good music with conscious lyrics same way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what I noticed, it helps to bridge that gap between us and like the younger generation certain way and thing, because a lot of them love the dancehall and the dance vibes and
Yes.
so yeah, it worked, it
So
worked.
how do you-
after that Coastal link up with Coastal again, JLL, Dale Virgo, and we just came up with this project. Chris Martin came through with the collab, Dre Island came through with the collab,
Yes.
Royal Blue.
We're gonna
we
jump
just-
into all of that. We're gonna jump into all of that. Yeah, we're gonna jump into all of that. But I wanted to know, how do you describe, Kingman the single? Because it has like some Afro type kind of beat to it.
Yeah.
It also has some
Yeah.
dancehall. The way you're spitting. Like how do you describe that record, that song?
We've been trying to find a description for it, but we don't find it, so we just say, yo, that's just Ras-I and Coastal. That's the song. That's,
Yeah.
I like that.
We
So-
leave the labeling for like the journalists and so
People like us.
Yeah.
The rest of us.
Basically.
Yeah.
So when obviously the album is Kingman, and Kingman Ting was the first single that you released. When you released the single, did you pick the name of the album based off of the success of this single, or did you already know you wanted to name the album Kingman?
Not just off of the success, but off of where I was in life in terms of mentally, like stepping into that name now.
Yeah.
Because when we do Kingman thing, you know, if I go on the road and 100 people see me,
Yeah.
50 of them going to say Kingman.
Exactly.
You know, everybody else
Exactly.
will say Ras-I, or you know. So the name is actually my father alias too. But them used to call him Kingman.
Ah.
So it's like you adapt the name. So when I say live like how the Kingman live, I talk about my father as
Your
well
dad.
as his majesty.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's really now.
I
Alright,
get
we'll
it. I
put on
get
the-
it. It's cool.
And we'll
We
step
can-
into the name and you know,
Yeah.
the truth, step in our purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Ras-I is a marketer also.
For real. So when do you know it's the right time to put out a project? 'Cause you know, so some artists take 2 years, some of them take 5, some of them take 6 months to put out a project. So when did you feel like, you know, say as Ras-I, the I and I feel like, you know, say it's good or it's the right time to put that project here?
Really, when I felt like all the songs that we had, I had enough songs to really tell the story or to really carry across the message. You know, some people might say the album too short, they want 2 more songs or so, but
Like me.
I feel like, yeah,
Like
I
we need
feel like
14
it's
records,
the job.
brother. Yeah.
I feel like it do the job, you know.
Yeah.
You know, and I always say, I'd rather leave them wanting more than give them too much. You get what I say?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I told you he's a marketer.
that was it for me. From our seal up, I think the last collab we had to seal up was Chris Martin,
Yeah.
and from there I was like, all right,
Ready.
3 collabs. I did say I wanted 3 collaborations, so I did 3 collabs, and you know, the sonically I just felt like, all right, we're there, as well as lyrically, and you know, so it was just mixing and mastering, and from we had it ready for a couple months now.
Mm-hmm.
So I just had to pick a date. I was thinking of the ending of 2021, but I was like, no, I want to have this for all of 2022, so we can just push it right through.
Yeah.
Because I remember big shout out to Miss April, you know, the management, part of his management. Like, I was trying to squeeze in questions and
As
get
much that you
exclusives
could
when I was
get.
in Jamaica. She's like, don't say a word, don't say a word. So, tell us about the record, if you don't mind. You know what I mean? Like, what space were you in, you know, making that record for the ladies? Because, I mean, to me, it was a surprise. You know, when you sent me that, you know, I was like, yo, Rastella move sexy now, man. Like,
If you don't,
you know,
if
of
you
course, you know,
don't
we'll have the
mind,
ladies,
yeah.
then we'll have our queens, our empress, but I didn't really expect that immediately after getting Kingman and Lock It Down, you know what I mean? Then,
Yeah.
boom, something for the ladies. Because I remember we mentioned it during Black Heroes rehearsal. So, what space were you in when you were making that record, and how much impactful has it been?
Well, the sister I was with at the time, so she said, she was basically saying she didn't know the kind of vibes that I was on, or you know, intentions or so. So, you know, I'm not always good at explaining feelings or whatever.
Yeah,
but
all
I can
men,
put it
all
in a
men.
song.
Don't worry,
I
all
can
men,
put it in
all
a song,
men.
you know. So it was just the vibes, you know. And we just want to make it groovy, and
Okay.
you know, we have to just make sure say the ladies them great. We have to balance it out so the ladies them alright, you know.
Okay, so did she get the message? Did she understand better? after
Yeah,
the song
she gets it.
came out?
Like,
Are you guys still together, or was the song in its? You're not. You know what? I'm so happy you got a song out of it, because that song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And now
Yeah,
you can just tell her if you don't mind.
For real.
That's true.
Also, do you know why I like this song, if you don't mind? Also, because there's a lot of men who, there's a lot of difficulty right now with Me Too, and men are like, how do you approach a woman now, without being offensive? Men are scared. Ask for consent. And if you're wondering how to ask for consent, you can start the statement with, if you don't mind.
If you don't mind.
You see,
Yeah.
Ras-I has helped you. And then when you get your
Send it-
answer, you know what to
Send
do.
it to her at 2 o'clock in the morning. So she wake up and sleep.
For real.
So I really like, so it's 10 tracks, but it's technically 9 plus the intro. And I really like what you did with the intro, because it's like the beginning of a documentary. It's a bunch of people just shouting out Kingman,
Yeah.
Ras-I. I really liked it. What was the thinking behind that? Did you do it at the end? Did you know you wanted the album to be that way? And how did you pick the people to talk during the intro?
I did that intro. We set up that intro probably like a week before sending off, or even a few days before sending off. Because listening to the album, normally for my first album, I had a poem. I had my niece saying a poem at the intro.
Right.
So I just feel like, albums need intros and interludes, because it's like a journey.
Yes.
But we never had no intro, and we were just busy thinking about the songs. And then I was like, no, we need an intro. We need something to kind of, build up the vibration to it.
Right.
So I know when I dropped Kingman Thing, many of those voice notes came from that time. People linking me, said, yo, this bad, or Ray, or,
That's so
So
cool.
I just saved a few. Cut
No,
them
it
up
makes sense.
and-
I'm sure there was some voice notes where some people were swearing, and you just pick the ones without.
I had to edit. We had to edit. And I think even one of them, probably a bad way to
Still
get
has,
out
yeah,
in
just one.
There's one. But
That's
yeah.
snuck in there.
Yeah.
So I was reading, I think there's an interview you did with Dancehall Mag just before the album came out. And you
Yeah.
talked about how, you're hoping that the world will open up a bit more, because you want to be able to do performances even outside of Jamaica. You want to do a lot more press, outside Jamaica, and build that international audience, and even do more dancehall records with these younger dancehall trap artists. So how would you say that plan is going? Because I know you're an independent artist. You have a small team. Are you guys finding it hard? Are you looking for members? Me and Heno can be your Africa ambassadors. We'll send you.
Representative.
We'll send you our invoice later. But yeah, how is
but-
it going? And have you learned anything you could advise younger artists?
Your promotion and your marketing is very, very important. It's one thing to have a product, but
Right.
if the world can't hear the product, it's not going to do what it's supposed to do. As it relates to the touring, and so right now we're really just thinking of promotion.
I totally get
promotion
it.
for at least 2 to 3 months, and then I noticed the place started to open up back a little bit.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you never know by the time.
We are opened up.
Kenya's
Jamaica.
opened up.
Yeah.
Jamaica's still locked up, but we
Locked-
having concerts over here. We're doing everything. So you
Yeah.
can come down this way.
We have to go sort out that.
For real.
Out that.
So, bro, let's
Yeah,
go
bro.
back to the album and the 3 collaborations. Dre Island, Chris Martin, Royal Blue.
Yeah.
Are these some of the collaboration or some of the artists that you really wanted to be part of the project, or we had these songs, or like let's just put this on the album. Did you vision them to be part of this project?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
did for each song,
Yeah.
each collab. I had already left the verses there, the space there for other artists. So I was just listening to them over and over, thinking
Who?
which messenger would come on the track and deliver the message the right way.
Yeah.
Who was
And
the
so when we
easiest
did
one to work with?
Dangerous,
Who was the easiest one to work with?
easiest. They were all easy because all of them, I'm abridging them.
Okay.
So there was already that mutual respect there,
Yeah.
and love for each other and each other's work. So, I met the calls and everybody answered.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we did Dangerous, my cousin was here doing some work with Dre Island, and we were at the studio, and we were literally just done recording the first verse with Dangerous, and they called me. And, then we just want to link up. Never had any ideas to do any music. But we just pack up everything and just go link Dre Island. Play
Nice.
Dangerous. By
Yeah.
the next day, we were recording his verse. Chris Martin, I did already send Chris the song from months before. And we linked up at the studio. Raya, Blue, same thing. So it was very easy to get the work done.
So we're gonna
and I really appreciate that.
we're gonna press play on one collaboration that we're gonna choose. All of them are awesome vibes, Nation. You know what I mean,
Yes.
they're good songs, but we want him to choose one. But before that, what impact do you want this album to bring to the world? You know, to the Ras-I fans, to the people who are introducing yourself to them. Like, what impact do you want this album, Kingman, to bring to the world?
I want you to feel good after you listen to the album. We've been, coming out of a pandemic, or not even coming out, but there's a lot of heaviness in the world with so many things happening. So when you listen to it, it must be like medicine,
Yeah.
It must lift your spirits, lift your energy. Yeah.
The Adrenaline Drive Show with the party never stops. On air and online. Every weekday from 3 to 7 p.m. Vibes Radio. Nobody can stop.
Yes.
What space were you in recording this song before you actually gave it to Chris Martin?
Yes.
Some people are saying some things, making it seem like it wasn't like a journey, or it
Right.
isn't a journey, So we really just have to, it's talking about the struggles and what it was like getting to this point. So when I say hard drive mashup, and we have to voice over again.
Yeah.
My hard drive mashup
For real? With all the
years ago,
vocals, everything?
with like 80% of my music, so we
Wow.
have to be re-recording music and
Wow.
yes,
Wow.
Crazy. Yeah, because I get that hard drive beat, because even me, I've lost music, especially as recent as last year. I was doing a tour in the state, then I reached Minneapolis, my hard drive crashed. So me have to go on iCloud, find the songs,
All of them.
call
Oh,
people.
my word.
But I
That's
can
a
get it from,
disaster.
as an artist, you
Yeah.
have recorded, you are in that mood, you're in that meds when you're putting out
Sometimes
recording.
you can't even call people back.
Exactly.
If somebody did the collaboration
Yeah.
and you call them,
Yeah,
like,
me busy, man. You can't
I
come."
lost my hard drive. Can you please just? They'll be like, "What do you mean you lose your hard drive? Get out of here!"
Yeah.
Wow.
But I think it's something that 95% of the people in music have to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah, even in media and stuff. I have a friend, he's a videographer.
Yeah.
He lost his hard drive and it was like 2 years worth of content just
That's
gone.
that
And I'm
is
like,
crazy.
and he started again. He's like, what are you gonna do? You just have to keep going.
You have to just start over again. Yeah.
Exactly. So you talked to us about, you wanted the album to tell a story, to be, the journey. Tell us what that journey is in case we missed it.
But it's really about me finding myself, and growing into myself some more. So Sojourner was the name of the first album. And Sojourner means the journey. So, that was the beginning.
Yeah.
And now, Kingman will find a footing,
Yes.
really and truly. So you can listen to this album and know, fully what I'm about, what I stand for
real.
what my music is about, Yeah.
So
That is it.
are we getting more visuals? Are we getting more visuals from the album? Are we getting more live performances? Of course, so when Jamaica open up, I hear that you have to get 2 shots for you to leave the country. So are we getting that anytime soon, brother?
Yeah, man, we're doing more visuals, man, and shows, and we're doing it all. Visuals definitely needed.
So-
I think all the songs
That's why he's
deserve.
working out all the time.
Yeah,
It's for the music video.
no doubt. That's part of it.
But where I'm heading off to give us an exclusive, bro.
Yeah,
like
is there one that's dropping soon?
anytime
Everybody who comes
soon?
to Vibes Radio has to give an exclusive,
we have to squeeze it a little bit.
When it ready, my link. Because
Wow.
I have to make sure Vibes really get the exclusive to
Yeah,
because I'm very thankful for the support that I've been getting from
That's appreciated.
Vibes Radio. Yeah, big up.
And
Trust me.
collaborations, I read that you really like Skeng, you really like Jashi. Which other young dancehall cats are you feeling, and who would you want to do music with? Skeng and Jashi are all over the charts right now, though. I see why.
Yeah.
Their music is amazing, truly.
Yeah, man. Them bad, and they're I want to do some songs with like Massacre and
Uh-huh.
Governor.
Yes.
All of them people. It's just time though, because all of them, you know, when I'm bridging them, so I really just
Yeah.
time and to have the right song. And so, because I'm very meticulous when it comes on to like collaboration.
Yeah.
For real, for real.
Does that mean we're gonna listen to you, talking about guns, gunman lifestyle, gallus lifestyle? Is it, or are you gonna? How is it? Because I'm like, I want to hear these songs right now. I want to hear them.
I'd love to bring a different side of the artist them out in the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think dancehall trap can still be conscious music, and you're probably the one who's gonna show them how. So I'm excited to hear what else you're gonna do.
Yeah, man, definitely.
So why should
Give that.
people buy, as we finish up, King, why should people buy this album? Why should people go get this album?
If you haven't
Why?
already.
Why? And also shout out the producers, some of the producers that we have worked with, because,
Yes.
they don't get a little love, you know what I mean? So you can tell us why people should get this and just send some future outs to the people who, you've worked with on this project.
The album it's a solid album. It's a solid album that will make you feel good.
Yeah.
That will teach you some things. It teach you to love yourself and to love your brethren and sister them some more, because love is constant throughout the album. And love for your empress, as Surya said. So I just think for me it's my best body of work to date. So
That's
and I'm
enough
always
reason.
pushing myself. Yeah, I'm always pushing myself to be better with every album, with every song. Also, big up to Coastal Kings, Dale Virgo, and JLL.
Nice.
Mhm.
Shout out to
And
them.
all the musicians, Jones and Christoph, them and Shadika, them, everybody.
Yeah.
Is that
Now-
a real pigeon? Sorry, Sue. Is
No,
that a
it's
real
okay.
pigeon on your hand?
The one that's on the album
Yeah, it's a
cover.
real parrot.
Parrot,
It's
sorry.
a real
Parrot.
parrot. Was it hard to get that picture?
No,
What was he saying?
because I think
Was he
they're
talking to
training.
you?
Aha.
They're training, so
Yeah.
he really just needed some peanuts and he's good.
Did you teach the parrot to say King Man?
I was trying to, but he never get it up.
Now I have to throw you under the bus. You haven't mentioned a female artist that you want to collaborate with. Is there any that you really would want to work with?
Kalia.
Yeah.
I want to work with Jazzalis, Leela. I like their voices. But my ultimate goal is to have a collaboration with Lauren Hill when I get
That's big. That's big. She doesn't walk into studio just for anybody.
Yeah, man.
That's a good goal though. You can get it.
Yeah, it's at the top of the list. So.
For real. All right, bro. So thank you very much for passing through. Maybe you can just give people your socials, how people can get the album, and if you have forgotten anything that you need the Kenyan Massive them to. When are you coming to Africa, man?
Yeah.
Specifically Kenya.
Then when I go start out that,
Yeah.
it was supposed to start out that. Because no doubt Kenya is on the top of my list as places to go for this year. I want to even come through and sit in the studio and reason with them.
For real.
Not
Yes.
just over Zoom. So on socials, at Ras-I_MUSIQUE on Instagram and Twitter. Facebook and all other platforms is Ras-I_MUSIQUE.
And Rasa is very, very vocal, especially on Twitter.
He talks a lot.
He
be
the
out
better
here.
have comment for almost everything.
He be out here.
I want to know, since you say you play ball, which team you support? Apart from the Reggae Boys, Jamaica national team and all of that,
Yeah.
tell me a club and another national country that you would support.
Liverpool.
Oh!
Remember
that we say.
Bobby Firmino?
Yeah.
Remember say Firmino,
I'm gonna
General,
close this Zoom meeting. Why did you pick Liverpool?
But Rasa has been Liverpool.
Liverpool is a great team.
Yeah.
Liverpool, Barcelona.
Uh-huh.
Barcelona is my first team though. But
Yeah.
NBA team?
and
Do you watch NBA?
I'm not a big NBA fan, but Steph is dangerous.
Yeah, that's in my
Steph
team.
is dangerous.
I win something. Woo! Golden State Warriors, go!
Yeah. All right, bro. Thank you very much for passing through. Maybe you can. We want to play "Coming Home." I love that record so much.
Same.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
we
about the same girl too.
Oh.
Ah! You know what, Hello? It's fine. These are our exclusives.
Yo,
He didn't tell us when the
Yeah,
video
man.
is coming up, but these are our exclusives.
So you put out 2 records for the same Empress?
And the relationship still ends.
What?
Yeah, just like at least we get 2 good songs out there.
Jano,
Yeah.
star brother. Yeah.
The Adrenaline Drive Show with the party never stops. On air and online. Every weekday from 3 to 7 p.m. Vibes Radio. Nobody can stop.